Hey two-wheeled friends, welcome back for another shadow day out here on my 2007. That sounds kind of weird. 2007 Honda Shadow VT 750C2 model, shaft drive, Honda. You guys probably already knew that, but there's a lot of newcomers, so I like to kind of throw that out there. But I am just on my way, cutting across town. We're going to go up on the hill where we got a little bit more of a view. I usually head out to beautiful Lake Kempeska. And what the heck? Alright, so the road I just went by had some road closed signs. So I went to the next road that cuts through to where I want to go. I want to go up on this big hill. And this one's closed too. Redoing all this road. And I probably shouldn't have went this way because this is a significant drop-off. Alright. Well, we're good here. And let's find a spot here. Wow. And let's just avoid this and we'll go this way. Jeez, my goodness. They say there's 2 seasons here in South Dakota. Winter and road construction season. And that just proved true because I should have waited to start recording. But today we are going to talk about a couple of different things. But ultimately I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Sissybar that I put on. And the Viking bags. Look at it. That's a mess too. Wow. But the Viking bags, it's like a tactical bag. And I kind of want to show that on my Sissybar. So as I'm zigzagging through town to get up onto that hill, we're just going to kind of randomly chat. So let's roll the intro. We'll eventually get to the topic. So I ran out of gas on this thing this morning. Yep, only the second time that it's happened in the 5 years I've owned it, or 5 seasons. I just kind of go by my age. I was 39 years old when I bought this bike, and now I'm 43. But, well, I guess, yeah, it's 5 seasons, so it's just kind of weird. Like, math is hard, you know? But it's only the second time I've ever run out of gas. When I left home, I turned and leaned, and I kind of got like this weird sputter, and I'm like, what in the world is this thing? Like, is it having carburetor issues? Is it, you know, is the float sticking and all this? And then I got going, and it was perfectly fine. And I'm like, okay, well, it came out of it, you know. And then I'm on the highway doing 35. Inside lane, so next to the turning lane, and all of a sudden just kind of burp, 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 and I'm like, oh boy, I know what this is. Squeezed in the clutch, signaled to get over, let a car go by, and I just let it coast into the gas station, fortunately. And fortunately I wasn't past it, because I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to try to turn around, or I would have been pushing to the gas station. But at least it's the light bike and not my Road King, where that's a little heavier. I could have pushed this. I haven't been up on this hill with you guys in a while, but this is where I'm going to give you the little walk around of my Sissybar in the bag. So we're just going to come up here. A little bit of cloud, a little bit of an airplane doing something over there. The airport's down there, but that's not something you see every day. Alright, let's put you in neutral. And let's hop off and take a look at the bag, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Alright, sound is going to change a little because I opened up my visor. But you guys have seen the Honda Shadow with just the Sissybar, but you haven't seen it with the bag. So this ends up being like an ultimate day tripper type setup. I don't know that I would travel across the country with this setup. You'd maybe need a little bit more luggage. Just depends on how many days worth of clothing you would need. But we got these saddlebags. that you've seen. 2 saddlebags, can't tell you the brand. They were on here when I bought the bike. Again, you know, 5 seasons ago. They've worked well, they do not lock, so that's the downfall. But I carry my little tiny lunchbox in here. The other side, I got a few little tools and whatnot. That's not what we're talking about today. And maybe you guys, maybe you just want me to shut this off. Now you can hear me better instead of listening to these Cobra street rod slash down exhaust. So this bag, and I'm going to assume that my camera's pointing in the right direction, but Viking bags, this is a tactical bag. It came with an expandable bag that kind of goes through this. It's not the Molly webbing, but it's something similar. But Velcros, this expands out if you need a little bit more storage space. I have yet to use it because this is my bag I carry my laptop in. There's an extra business phone in here. The charger, I got a phone charger, I got toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, stuff if I eat like a stinky meal or I sweat, I can freshen myself up. I mean, let's just face it, it's nice to have those things on you when you're away from home. Comes with the sunglasses holder, but look at, I got gloves on. You can open and close. Got to make sure I don't burn myself on the exhaust. But nice big zippers so you can get in here. There's that stuff I was telling you about. Up here, like I said, got the extra storage for cell phone. Big pocket here. I got my big water bottle that doesn't fit anywhere else, so I just put it sideways in here on top of where I got my phone charger. And then in here, I got a big honking laptop, so hopefully you can see this in here. There is a padded laptop sleeve in here. It does not fit in there. I think I have like the biggest laptop you can get, so if you have a big ginormous laptop, it's not going to fit in the sleeve, but like a 15-inch I think fits in there. Oh, and then you got these. I think they hold 25-ounce water bottles, so I got my filtered water bottle hanging out on there as a backup if I need more water than what I take. If you ever want to put other patches on here, you can. This is Velcro. These are removable. Attaching, so I do this a little different on my Road King than I do on here, but like on this, you got this top carrying handle. I just slip that over the Sissybar. And then up here, 1, 2, 3 straps. And then this, I just loop up so it doesn't drag. This is not from that. This was scratched before, but I tuck this up so it doesn't rub. This strap is so you can put it around your waist. And then there are 2 right here, little shoulder backpack straps that come down and buckle in right here, and there's another one over here. Those are adjustable. When I carry this into work, I just carry by this top handle. I don't pull them out, but it's kind of nice that this tucks in right here and out of the way. So just pull them to make them tight, and then you can do a quick detach on them. And this one I just have on the outside. This one you can kind of see is the same as this one. I'm not going to undo it, but it goes through these and over just to hold it a little tighter. You got spots where you could put a little hook on here and hook stuff to it. You got this webbing on the side if you need expandable, so you could really add a lot out. Oh, if you have other things you want to tuck in here, you can roll up a tent or a blanket or rain gear, whatever. That's expandable. It helps hold everything tight too when it's not full, because that's going to be about the extent of what I put in there. It's just my day work stuff. In the event I ever plan to go out of town, I got my big bag that I will use, but I could always add this on the backside and carry even more. So that's that bag. Viking bags in a nutshell. And the motor, I think it's called, Sissybar. So I got a video on the Sissybar. You can go back, watch the pain in the butt install of that. I was dumb and should have just did front or rear, not side to side, because that fender connects through. And yeah, nonetheless, it's still on there and showing you guys now. Beautiful night. It's like, I don't know, mid 70s right now. I got a flannel on. I probably don't need to, but when I'm moving, it's cool for July that is exceptionally cool. Very little wind tonight, but look at that view. It's hard to show you this way because of the sun, but you've seen this before if you've been around for a while. So that's a little bit of that in a nutshell. And I probably said that. Coming back out here to take a thumbnail. Taking thumbnails into the sun is never ideal. Taking a picture of a dirty bike. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's go ride because I am getting hot because there is no wind. So let's go make some wind while I huff and puff. While I huff and puff into the camera to blow your house down. But I won't have enough wind to do it because I'm out of shape. So I should have checked the fuel. Oh, let's see, I put a couple gallons in this morning. That should get me home at least, right? I like living on the edge and potentially running out of fuel. You guys think of the sound of this exhaust. I'll let you hear it a little. Got my visor open yet so you can hear. Alright, so let's talk a little. I know a lot of you have Honda Shadows. How many of you do like I do, where you don't like carrying a backpack all the time on your shoulder? Because let's just face it, it puts a lot of fatigue on the body. So you want to put something on like a Sissybar, or you have bigger saddlebags. Leave your comment below. One, because if you answer, I know you watch this far. And two, I'm just genuinely curious about what you do. Like taking a... Oh, they got a snake. I was like, what is she taking a picture of? That kid had a snake around his neck. Are you a snake person? I don't even know if that is going to show up on camera, because I don't know how long I looked, but bump, I knew there was a hole there in gravel. But yeah, I just got tired of it. You know, the conversations always come up about, well, how long am I going to keep this bike? Like, I like this bike. It's a good around town bike, but no fuel gauge. Blinkers don't go off on its own. It's a smaller engine than my Road King. I'd like to rip the throttle and go, but you know, how long will I keep it? And I'm going to keep it around for a while for you guys. But that setup has saved me so much shoulder pain. When you're hunched up a little bit the way it is, every little bit makes a difference. And I tell you, that has made a big difference. I throw that on every day I go to work. It's getting a little scuffed up where those buckles are. That would probably be my biggest complaint, is the location of the actual buckles kind of rubs on, not so much on this one, but on my Road King it rubs on the surface of the black powder coating or paint or whatever it is. I don't necessarily like that because it's getting scuffed, but then I just tell myself, well, that's the whole point of the Sissybar, is to serve its function. If over time it gets beat up and scuffed enough, like it's just a removable, replaceable part, I'll put a different one on. You know, if it lasts 2-3 years, that saved me all that the way it is. What kind of setup do you have for your daily commute? These saddlebags are great, but they're small, so a little more limited to what can go in them. But I make it work. I don't need to take a whole lot, and I could probably get my lunch in this bag too and take the saddlebags off, but I don't really want to. I like the look with the saddlebags better than without. The bike seems a little narrow to me without them. And it adds to the look. Alright, get rid of that whistling for you. So I think I'm just going to go put fuel in this thing, just so it's good for the next time, so I don't forget and I don't run out again. Because, like I said, I was over in the center lane, and like it started sputtering about this far from the gas station, so I lucked out there. Had I been past, I don't know, like, I don't know what I would have done for sure. I was just going to work, so I guess if I wasn't far from work, I could have just parked and then had Mrs.TWOWHEELD come get me and get the gas can and go put some gas in it and not have to huff and puff like I was a little bit ago. So definitely leave me your comment below. This video was probably a little all over the place, but I wanted to show you the Sissybar and the bag. If this is your first video and you are not subscribed, why not? Go down and subscribe. Come back next week. Maybe we'll have a Honda video, maybe we'll have a Harley video, but who cares? It's all motorcycles. I hope you're here either way, watching and supporting the channel, because I appreciate you all being here no matter what the video is and how much you're watching. But until the next time, I'm going to go over here because I always feel like a weirdo when I'm talking inside my helmet. So as I pull up to the gas pump, I probably won't get quite that much in, being I got gas earlier, but I'm going to put about 10 bucks worth of fuel in here. So, like I said, if you are new to the channel, go down and click that subscribe button, ring the bell so you're notified for future uploads and activities. Give this video a big thumbs up. And until next time, two-wheeled friends, peace out, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.